the echo siphon was not a living entity, nor a destructive force. It was a cosmic anomaly, a gaping void in reality that consumed all resonance. Every sound, every vibration, every electromagnetic wave that entered its influence simply vanished, leaving behind an absolute, terrifying silence. It was the universe's ultimate absorber, a black hole for sensation. Its purpose was to erase all signal, all communication, all sensory input, until the cosmos was a realm of perfect, undisturbed stillness, devoid of any discernible presence. It had devoured the harmonic choir, a species that communicated solely through intricate, layered sonic tapestries. When the echo siphon touched them, their complex songs died in their throats, their very forms, composed of vibrating light and sound, dissolved into silent nothingness. The vibrational sentinels, beings who perceived and defended their worlds through tremors and seismic shifts, found their senses utterly nullified, their protective fields collapsing as all ground resonance vanished, leaving them blind and inert. But then the echo siphon turned its silent hunger towards a peculiar, endlessly chattering and utterly verbose species, humanity. On the deep space listening post, Silent Haven, orbiting the gas giant Whisperwind, comms specialist Kai Thorne felt a growing, unnerving quiet. The usual static hum of interstellar communication, the distant crackle of nebula storms, even the faint whir of the station's life support, all began to fade into an impossible hush. His comms panel, usually a chaotic array of blinking lights and fluctuating waveforms, flatlined. Commander Valen, his lead linguist, Dr. Anya Sharma, stated, her voice unnaturally muted, as if the air itself was absorbing her words. The data from listening buoy Gamma 9, it's gone, not corrupted. Just gone. All recorded signals, all transmissions erased. The very memory of a signal has been siphoned. Kai felt the profound, chilling silence. The station's perpetual background noise, a comforting blanket of existence, was stripping away. His urge to speak, to call out, to even think a noisy thought was dissolving into a deep, oppressive quiet. The echo siphon intensified its field. It expected human communication to cease, human consciousness to fall into sensory deprivation. But humanity was different. Humanity had a profound, often self-defeating, capacity for generating internal monologue, for talking to themselves, narrating their lives, and filling every silent moment with an incessant stream of mental chatter. As the echo siphon field tightened, instead of succumbing to silence, human minds, when forced towards absolute sensory vacuum, began to generate internal dialogue at impossible volumes. Kai, feeling the creeping silence, found a deep, primal urge to think louder. His thoughts, though outwardly inaudible, began to echo internally with impossible resonance, creating a vast, complex symphony of unuttered words. Anya, feeling her outward voice fail, began to construct elaborate, internal conversations, arguing complex theories, reciting poetry, and even screaming silently in defiance. "It's not working on them," Anya suddenly whispered, a raw mental urgency vibrating from her despite the lack of sound. "Their field is making us more vocal inside. It's like a paradoxical amplification." Kai, feeling a surge of his old, familiar mental chatter return, albeit trapped within his own mind, inwardly snarled, "We are too loud for peace, Doctor. We find comfort in our own endless internal noise." Humans began to weaponize their inherent noisiness. Commanders, battling external silence, would mentally shout orders, their internal commands echoing with such force they created a ripple effect in nearby human minds. Scientists, facing the inability to communicate externally, engaged in lightning-fast, silent debates, their mental arguments forming complex, dynamic thought networks. Pilots unable to use comms would mentally narrate their flight paths, creating a stream of internal data so dense it became a defiant signal. Every human internal monologue, every silent curse, every unuttered joke, rather than being siphoned by the echo siphon, began to radiate as a unique, chaotic, and unsilenceable internal resonance. They were generating a chorus of mental clamor, a wall of glorious, uncontainable, and utterly unsiphonable noise. The echo siphon, designed to consume all external resonance and absorb silence, found itself facing an active creation of internal, intangible sound. Its methods, optimized for universal quietude, were useless against a species that spontaneously generated the very thing it sought to eliminate. Its attempts to force a human mind into absolute quiet only made that mind accelerate into a maelstrom of uncontainable thoughts. Its efforts to impose stillness only made human consciousness generate more internal sound, forcing the siphon to absorb a chaos that strengthened with every attempt to quell it. It was a cosmic paradox. The ultimate silence met the ultimate, relentless mental sound. The echo siphon did not shriek or collapse. It simply overloaded. Its silent void, once perfectly empty, began to subtly shimmer with an internal, chaotic static, like a vast, cosmic sensor array trying to process infinite, unquantifiable data. It was overloaded by generated internal noise, by willed-into being mental clamor. Its consuming waves, accustomed to expanding unopposed, found themselves meeting a wall of spontaneously generated, conflicting internal resonances. It could not silence what was constantly being reasserted and redefined by an act of sheer illogical will. The echo siphon shifted course. Its immense, silent form pulled back from human space, leaving behind a sector still echoing with faint, unsettling quiet, but defiantly vibrating with the restless, vital energy of human minds. It classified humanity as resonance anomaly, self-generating cognition. It simply moved on, seeking quieter, more complaisant sectors of the galaxy. The cosmic pressure lifted. The galaxy, though still affected by the siphon's chilling calm, now hummed with the messy, vital energy of human internal chatter, constantly being thought, rethought, and acted upon. Kai's comms panel, released from the siphon's grip, immediately burst into life with a cacophony of normal chatter and static. Anya, her physical voice returned, began to rapidly explain a complex theory, almost unable to stop talking. "They didn't defeat us," Anya said, her words a rapid-fire torrent. "We just gave them an internal broadcast they couldn't mute." Kai nodded, a distant, thoughtful look in his eyes. "Turns out, our inability to shut up was our best defense. Who knew our endless internal ramblings were our greatest strength? Humanity was safe, but the cost was subtle." The galaxy now viewed humanity as the inner voices, forever seen as a species whose very existence was a constant, internal symphony of thought and sound. Other species, while safe from forced silence, often kept their distance, finding humanity's capacity for endless mental noise baffling and sometimes overwhelming. Humans, in turn, found themselves grappling with a heightened awareness of their own powerful, if irritating, ability to generate internal sound, sometimes struggling to find peace amidst their own minds' constant activity, forever defined by their stubborn refusal to ever truly be silent. "So what now, Doctor?" Kai asked, already mentally composing a detailed report for his superiors. Anya grinned, her eyes bright with uncontainable ideas. Now we figure out how to project this internal cacophony. And then we never, ever stop making noise."